Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Let Me Know podcast, the podcast where we let you know. My name is Jay.
And I'm Vilnius.
And it has been a hot minute since we recorded one of these, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been about 2 weeks. It
2
hasn't
weeks,
looked that
dude.
way for you guys, but we decided to fix our recording schedule.
Well, they're stupid, special guests. So, they wouldn't know. But indeed, it has been 2 weeks. We're back. Feels nice to be back, recording a pod again. It is the birthday today of
Oh yeah, it's my birthday.
this bastard. Please wish him a happy birthday in the comments, or we'll come to your house. Yeah. I did go to Vilnius's house today. I walked all the way there.
Walked all 20 miles.
All 20 miles. I don't think it's 20 miles. Actually,
Probably
is it?
not that
Oh my
long,
God.
but it sounds
Could be
cooler if we
close.
exaggerate it.
Yeah, all 5,000 miles. I walked the distance that my grandparents used to walk to school. You've seen like those memes where it's like, my parents or grandparents describing the way they used to get to school, and like this is like this extreme like situation. You gotta you gotta look at those. They're like mildly okay and funny, but
Yeah, I've seen those around.
So Vilnius, how's your birthday been?
It's been good. Had a lot of
That's
nice
good.
food. Played some board games.
Oh yeah, what'd you get for dinner?
I had Indian food. Ooh.
Oh, very nice. Where from?
Place called Tiffin. Very tasty.
Oh, from Tiffin. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's a big place. Not sure if you recall, actually, the owner, I don't think he owns Tiffin and Tushin anymore, but his sons went to Master.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I guess one of them graduated this year. Holy hell, dude, we're seniors now.
Sadly.
Wow. Sadly, but crazily enough. That's insane. We're the big dogs now, even though I'm short as hell.
You're not that short though.
Well, I'm 5'6".
Yeah.
Still short. But yeah, dude, happy birthday. So, I guess we're gonna get into the podcast. But there's one thing I want to talk about that I'm sure a lot of you know happened now. For you guys, it was probably, what day is it? Saturday. So for you guys, it was probably 8 days ago, or something like that.
We fixed our recording schedule. We're still not relevant.
Still not relevant, but I think in the next week, unless there's some more action taken, Belle Delphine's back. Why is she back? We don't know, but she's back.
Hey, where did she even go?
I don't know. I saw this interesting kind of investigative video, given that in the UK, business forms are public access. So this guy, she has registered a business. Her entire thing is registered as a business. So she's paying taxes and stuff like that. I did notice. All right, you watched that thing, right? Did you watch the video that was circulating?
The music video?
Yeah.
I did not watch it.
Oh, okay. So she mentioned something about being a taxpayer.
Nice.
And I was trying to figure out if that was a reference to this kind of thing, because I was just curious, because I remember how how big of a deal that was last summer, I guess, right?
I don't remember.
I remember.
What did she commit tax fraud? What happened?
No. The guy who did this kind of investigative video about her kind of uncovered the business thing, and that she actually has a partner, who we can assume is a significant other, possibly. I just found that kind of interesting. And she also mentions that she's a, quote, taxpayer, which is just a strange thing to put in. Dude, that was very confusing. You should go watch it. It's really weird. The whole thing is very uncomfortable, and I did not feel comfortable watching it.
Pretty funny.
Yeah, quite the adventure of illness. You would love it, dude. You'd enjoy that.
I'm known for my worshipping of the e-girls.
Yes, yes. Vilnius is yeah, he is he's an e-boy.
Yeah.
I mean just look at that middle part.
You gave a Twitch donation of 20,000 to Pokimane at once.
When was that?
That was like 2 years ago or a year ago. I don't know, man.
That's craziness, dude. Dude, this whole simp thing is really confusing. Are you also confused by what a simp is? Because I don't know.
No,
I mean,
it's a person whose only way of sort of courting someone is just by like giving them all of their money and like smashing them with like thousands of compliments and oh you're the best, oh god I love you
it's
so
like
much, you're perfect, like they just worship them like a god type thing where
yeah, but I feel like the whole definition of a simp has gotten pretty lost in the sauce, if you know what I mean, Vilnius. Um,
I would agree. I feel like simp has kind of so it does the thing where like words on the internet, descriptive terms, will lose their meaning and just get pushed into the most basic function of the word, essentially, usually just into like good or bad. Like, for instance, like, back in the day, everyone was like, oh, they would use like based and stuff all over the internet and cringe. And
oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
those words lost
Well,
any
I think Triggered
actual.
has had a similar.
What, Jay?
I think Triggered has had a similar deconstruction, though it may not purely be over the internet. There's been a deconstruction of the word triggered. I think that's the same thing. It's not necessarily just over the internet, but like triggered means nothing. It's just everybody's always triggered at everything, you know? Oh, that triggers me. Oh, I'm triggered by this, triggered by that. At the end of the day, right? It's not its original meaning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's been diluted.
I guess,
Um,
yeah, my statement isn't universally true, although I
yeah,
feel
Villainous, you're
like
just,
words still.
but you know what is universally true? That you are a universally big, stupid boy.
Oh,
Aw.
dang it.
Dang, that's ah man. I shouldn't have gone that far. I'm sorry, Vilnius.
Jay, how could you? How could you?
No. All right, so Vilnius. I was thinking. I was like, oh, you know, I want to be a mod on a Discord server. So I was
Mm,
like, what does that entail? Like, you know? And then I asked this one mod, and I was like, yo, do you guys like? Can I be a mod on your Discord server? And he was like, and I was like, I was asking if there was a way to apply. He was just like, also, no. I was like, okay, all right.
yeah.
It's
I think
like,
mods probably get asked if, get asked for applications to be mods like every day. I'm certain that it just gets very annoying for them. But Jay, on a technicality, you're the mod of this server.
I
Or
am
the
the mod of this Discord server. The issue is that this Discord server has 5 people on it.
No. Oh wait, yeah. I almost registered Craig as a human being.
Craig is dead to us. We hate Craig.
Yeah.
But um, I did talk to one of the mods on Uwumi's server, who I'm sure I've mentioned before, is the only TikToker that I watch. Um,
Mm.
and I like her stream a lot or whatever. So I've been on her Discord for a couple months, and I messaged him yesterday. I was like, "Hey, Count, like, is there a way for me to be a mod on the server?" And he was like, "Yeah, job apps open up." I'm like, "Dude, that's sick." So I think I'm gonna apply to be a Discord mod, which sounds like it could be a good time. Um, I'm excited to hopefully do that at some point.
Yeah, that could be nice. I do not spend time in discords that are not owned by my friends.
Yeah, no, I do. That I spend some time in a Woomy and RT Games Discord. And
Mm.
sometimes like the Rainbow Six Siege podcast I listen to, the unrenowned Discord.
I don't do any of that because I'm pretty terrible at forging relationships over the internet. The closest thing I had to a internet friend was back when I had an art account on Instagram. Okay, so I don't know if you ever knew about this account, Jay.
What was it called?
It had like a ton of different names. The best one it had, though, I would have it changing depending on the amount I would use the account. It would be like constantly draws, kinda draws, and never draws. Because
Huh.
I would post usually like once every 5 months on this account.
Yeah.
Um, anyhow, but so the closest thing I've ever had to an internet friend was there was this other artist account that I sort of befriended, and she lived somewhere else. I don't remember where. There was something about it maybe being the Middle East once. It was not a very close friendship, as you can tell. But I eventually realized once, as they were complaining about men to me, that she thought I was a woman, and I'm too much of an awkward human being to told her I don't understand, and I'm a dude. So I just deleted the account,
Oh, jeez.
and now I do not forge relationships with people over the internet anymore.
Hey, you know what? That's alright, dude. Listen, I got myself a doof.
That's true. Doof. Things work out, Doof.
But I think those are two completely different things. Say you meet somebody in a Discord server.
Hmm.
So, you know, say I meet somebody on a Discord server, right? It's going to be a lot harder to, you know, come in close contact, like over voice and stuff like that. It's going to be harder to do that than it is to do that via a gaming console. And
Hmm.
that's just a fact. Like that's how it is. And some people are able to do it, but I think video games forge a interesting style of relationship that can take flight a little bit.
True. I wish that I was better at forging relationships with people over the internet so that I could, I don't know. I feel like there are a lot of interesting people out there that I have no awareness of, and it would be cool to know them.
Yeah, yeah, there are, but I think you'll be able to do a lot more relation forging in the next couple years and stuff like that anyway, whether it be on the internet or not. University's gonna be good, you know, go
Hopefully.
around and meet people, you know. Uh, I don't know if I'm I don't know if I'm gonna like leave Philly or anything, so I may meet a ton of new people. But you never know, right?
Perhaps, yeah.
You go to Temple, right? You meet just people that you haven't seen in ages, and obviously a lot of new people. Or
Yeah.
you could go down to Vandy and just be in a place that you know. I mean, I'll be one in a couple thousand there, right?
Yeah.
Um, in Nashville to say, not at Vanderbilt because I bet you there are plenty of Indians at Vanderbilt. But let's be realistic here, right? I've been to Nashville. It's a great city, but not the most diverse. Yeah, you'll meet people either way, and
I've not been there.
you should go. You know what, Vilm? Let's go right now.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
I'll
Okay.
wait for you. I'll wait for you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Give me a sec. Give me a sec.
All right. Wow, he's going quick. Jeez, he's really wants to go to Nashville. All right, well, guys, I guess while we're here, we're gonna continue our episode. So I want to talk to you guys about the wonders of Indian Vedic medicine and what turmeric can do for your body, your mind, and your soul. Or Ayurvedic medicine. Oh my god, Vilnius, I messed up the bit, dude. Oh, he's gone. All right, guys. So I guess right now what we'll do is we'll get into the recommendations. So I think first we are going to go ahead and we are going to recommend a podcast. We haven't done a podcast since the first episode, I think Vilna said, which, crazy because time's been flying. It's been like, I don't know, like 14, 15 weeks, coming
Yeah,
up on four. Oh, whoa, no. Oh, Phyllis, how was Nashville?
was beautiful.
That's great. What was your favorite part?
Uh, the country music.
The country music. Yeah, on Broad Street.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you enjoy their slowly failing NHL franchise?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see Derrick Henry?
Yeah. Not only did I see Derrick Henry, but I was Derrick Henry.
Oh, you were Derrick Henry. Did you take something before you went to Nashville?
Derrick Henry's life.
Guys, can we just take a quick break here? Vilna seems to be tripping a little bit. Vilna, um, you are aware that you're not a large running back, right?
Is that who Derrick Henry is? I have no idea who they are. I thought you made them up.
No,
I
he's
apologize,
like this.
Derrick Henry. I did not kill you.
Derrick Henry would be appalled at your nerve.
I deeply apologize.
Yes, you should deeply apologize. But would you like to get into the podcast recommendation, Vilnius?
Yes. So we're going on the podcast, right?
It's been a bit. Do you want to go first?
Sure.
Great.
So I'll be talking about a podcast made by Tom Oliver, not the talk show host, but the
That's
game.
John Oliver.
Oh, Brugtech moment.
Brugtech moment.
Tom Oliver, Tom Oliver, the game developer, YouTuber, comic artist, 3D modeler. Very cool guy. And his podcast, The Hyperbolic Wine Chamber, which is a podcast where it's usually, 5 to 15 minutes. Sometimes it goes over. I think the longest one is like 25, where he kind of just rants and discusses things about, art and the internet. And I find his perspectives to be very interesting. And also, I would like to say that it's not necessarily just about art and internet culture and stuff. He'll have more self-introspective stuff, or he'll make things about, his dealings with depression and the like.
Yeah.
Yeah, very interesting podcast, though. Often,
So it's a bit personal.
it's definitely personal. Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, that's like our podcast where we delve very deep into our feelings.
Oh yeah, just like our podcast.
Just like our podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude, that sounds pretty good. And his name is John Oliver?
Exactly. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, great. Wait, was it Tom?
It was. Yeah.
Tom Oliver. You know what? Close enough. By the way, everybody, all 2 people listening, you need to go watch Last Week Tonight. It is a very funny show. Hosted by John Oliver. Very
Are
funny.
we recommending like the biggest show right now?
Is it really?
This show is massive.
You think it's the biggest show right now? Maybe.
I don't know the biggest, but it's definitely one of the biggest. That show is insanely popular.
I didn't even realize because I didn't even know it existed until last August. So, yeah, and it's incredible.
John Oliver's been doing it for like a decade, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's been doing it for a bit. I think 5, 6 years. At least that's how long I think it's been going on YouTube and stuff. His whole philosophy is that he wants everybody who doesn't have access to cable television to be able to watch it everywhere.
That's nice.
Which I think is cool. I quite like him. He seems like a great personality. And he's very funny.
This show is pretty good. Very funny. It's a bit weird in the quarantine though, with just him, because he just sits against a white wall, just kind of him and the void.
Without laughing, without the crowd laughing, the jokes seem a little bit like, I don't know. They seem to fall flat without an audience reaction. But that's probably how it is for every show right now, like talk show.
Yeah.
But I think he's a Great example of late night, good late night. Like, I
I
mean, there are many times I think I'd rather watch his show over like SNL.
I would definitely rather watch his show.
Yeah, I mean,
I I am not the biggest SNL fan. I don't think it's bad, but I just don't care most of the time.
yeah, that's a fair point. I mean, I do go through these bouts like every several months where I decide that it is necessary for me to watch as much SNL as possible within a 2 week time frame. And then I do that, and then I'm like, I want to watch SNL forever and ever, and then I never do.
SNL has plenty of good skits and stuff. It's just that I'm not the most interested in SNL.
Yeah, and guys, maybe later we'll have a mini game about coming up with sketch comedy on the spot. Um,
You want to do an improv show? That'd be fun. We should do an improv show next episode.
Kind of like a mini game, Vilnius. Like we could do a little bit freestyling and stuff like that. Oh,
This is funny to no one but us. I don't know if anyone else will know what this joke is.
hey, we're looking at you, Indian kids. Um, all right. So the podcast I want to recommend today. If you're done, Vilnius, are you done?
I guess I can just say hyperbolic wine chamber always makes me think about things in ways that I don't typically do. And even when I agree with him on things, or I had the preconceived belief that he is also sharing, he always brings new light to things I hadn't thought about. It's a very interesting podcast. It takes up so little time of your day. It's definitely worth checking out at all if you're interested in the internet or just kind of art as a whole.
Yeah, that's super plat, bro. Um, so the podcast that I want to recommend is Extremities. Extremities is a podcast by Sam Denby, who he's an expat in London. You may know him from Wendover Productions or Half as Interesting, two really big YouTube channels that are kind of about educational stuff, informational. I love that's like right up my alley. He's had 3 seasons so far. The first season was a deep dive. It was a 6 episode mini series about Pitcairn Island. Just talking about what Pitcairn is. Like you may be wondering, right? It's an island, east of New Zealand, like in the middle of the Pacific. And it's stuff like that. So he talks about Pitcairn. He talks about Svalbard, which is the northernmost place in the world. And that was, the second Svalbard season was fine. And then the third season was in St. Helena, um, which is also an incredible little island. So they're little 6 episode miniseries. All the episodes are only about 25 minutes long. He also had a great special, like not an exclusive. How do you say? About an island called Howland Island. It's a U.S. town. It's been a while since I've listened to this. It came out last September. He hasn't come out with any more episodes. But the first season was June to July of last year. Second season was September to October of last year, and this past season was November through January of the last year. Um, and of course this year. And you know what? If you're interested in informational stuff, you want to learn about, like it's called, extremities and stuff like that, I highly, highly recommend it. I think it's a great listen. I think he gives great insight and does amazing research on these little communities around the world, and I'm very excited for him to come out with hopefully some more content in that vein.
That's really cool. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah,
That sounds like kind of like the appeal of a travel show, but even cooler.
yeah. I highly recommend it to you, Vilnius, as well as everybody else. Just I don't know. Have I told you about this show before?
You haven't brought this up to me at all, but it sounds really interesting. I'm
Yeah, it's
definitely
incredible.
into this.
And otherwise, you gotta watch Wendover Productions. I mean, the videos that he makes on there, are really, really good.
I
Um,
think that you have shown me some.
Yeah, super high quality, super well, curated. You know what? I kind of want to give a couple recommendations for videos on there just because I think there's so many and a lot of them are really good. Actually that one I didn't finish yet, but of course of the most popular ones, I'd say the one about the US president's transport system is his most popular video ever. That one is fantastic. The economics of airline classes are very good as well. How budget airlines work is a great one. Why trains suck in America. I love to quote stats from that all the time. Did you know that 27% of Amtrak trains are late? Yeah, exactly. They suck.
Go Amtrak.
Go Amtrak. Dude, if you just watch the videos, if you're interested in all this, like, all this information, right? You can watch every single video of his and be enthralled by everyone. I mean, it's everything from the logistics of a space station to why airlines go bankrupt or economies of scale. Like, for example, the title of the video is Why Chicken Sandwiches Don't Cost $1,500. It's incredible what he does, and they're so fun to watch. Very well narrated, very well researched. So just, if not Extremities, Wendover Productions in general is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, definitely sounds like something worth checking out.
Yeah, especially if you're very like info minded, like I am. I like to learn a lot of things and know a lot of things. If you want some sick facts to spit out at your family members that you don't see very often, this is where to get them.
Yeah.
All right, man. You want to move on to the next topic then?
Okay. So our next thing, we're gonna do another song of the week type
Song
thing.
of the week, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
All right, so the song that I'm going to recommend this week is called Bad Boy by Young Bay, Baby No Money, and another guy whose name is really long. His name is Billy Marchiafava. Marchiafava. And actually, there's another version with Wiz Khalifa, but I do quite like the version that was released last year without Wiz Khalifa. I've listened to both. I'd say that one is good. It's a little bit longer too, so, you know. Um, so not sure if I've mentioned Baby No Money before, but I really, really like Baby No Money. I think he's a very funny personality. Great music too. I think he's got great music. He's got a great personality, and I think he's very funny. Him and Young Gravy, just um, power duo. Um, their music's great. Their past album, Baby Gravy 2, was very, very fun. So I definitely suggest those. But Bad Boy is, it's also by Young Bay and Billy Marchiafava. Um, and it's got this, it's a very danceable song. I'm not sure if that makes any sense, but, it makes you want to, jam out a little bit. It's definitely a change in pace from Baby No Money's, usual just rapping, right? He does a bit more. I don't quite know how to say it. It's rapping, but the beat is so different from a traditional, the traditional rap song nowadays that I think it really is set apart. Like, I heard this in a video from the YouTuber that I'm actually gonna recommend next, because we're gonna do that again. But I didn't realize that it was him until I heard in the lyrics of the song in the background of the video, Baby No Money. I was like, no way, dude, this is an awesome song. This is so different from, what it usually is and breaking the mold. And it's fantastic.
Sounds cool.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Yeah, yeah. I guess I'll go with my song then. I'll
Yep.
also be doing a rap song, I guess.
Oh,
It will be Try Again by Trial of the Golden Witch and Zen Huxtable, off of their collaborative album, Return to a World of Love, which is a
oh.
pretty good album. Definitely worth checking out. It's only 16 minutes long. Uh, it might
Wait.
have actually been an EP,
Uh,
but I think they called it an album. I believe that he called it an album. I don't know. It's a really good album. It's the title is pretty self-explanatory of kind of what the album is about. It's like, kind of going from sort of a low point in life and returning to a higher emotional standing point. It's a very
yeah.
good album that conveys its themes uh, very well. It's not very confusing, but it's not like right smashing it into your face either. It's very
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
And the song is kind of, I guess, I don't know, it's like the high point of the record. Perhaps the climax would be a good word. It's,
Hmm.
once again, the title is pretty self explanatory. Try, try again, kind of like a,
You should probably keep trying, is what it's saying.
yeah, yeah. It's like
Yeah.
that, pick yourself up when you're down, very upbeat song. Uh, the singing is, Trial of the Golden Witch, usually not the best singing, which is, often kind of the point, it seems. But on this track, it's pretty good. He sings the chorus. Uh,
Hmm.
for the rapping, it's a little different than his normal style. The flow is a little, I guess, I don't know, more chopped up feeling, but it's very fun. The whole song, it's the song is only like a minute and a half long, but it's
Oh, okay.
so infectiously fun and upbeat and so heartfelt. I adore it. It's so good.
Yeah, and you do know when Vilnius does say something is what did you say? Infectiously fun. Sorry, it
Yeah.
is definitely infectiously fun. Last time, what did you recommend again? Oh my God, I gotta look back at the YouTube, dude. I think that was episode like, was it when we talked about an album? Was
Yes.
that it?
I described conversations with creations as infectiously fun.
Was it episode 6 or episode 2? Oh, it was episode 2.
Episode 2, yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
I like things that make me smile.
There you go. I've got lots of songs making me smile. These. You know what I started listening to? I
Yeah.
started listening to a Harry Styles song. I never thought that would happen. But in the past, like, year, we got Apple Music at the end of January in 2019.
Hmm.
And since then, I went from, like, hardcore EDM only. I hate pop music. And then slowly, and I was like, I hate pop music. I hate rap music. Now, the only reason I really got EDM was by the time I had money that I felt I wanted to spend on music. Um, the artists that I love that I subscribe to, not like, that I subscribe to in my head, um, would already have new music. Right? So I'd buy that. So I was never able to break from the loop of like, you
Hmm.
know. So
Yeah.
Apple Music comes along and Vilnius, I I'm sure you have probably witnessed a bit of this. I mean, you've seen me go from, you know, well, I slowly got into metal music, right? Like a little bit.
For a
I
bit.
dipped my toes in with Ailstorm and then, some other stuff too. Hailstorm, if you can consider that metal music, because I quite like some of their stuff. And then I kind of, but I loved EDM for a long time, and then I slowly got back into pop, and then I started listening to some rap music, and when at this point I have on my yearly playlist, I've got Bad and Bougie, and I've got like obviously some Ailstorm, and I've got like Harry Styles and like an old One Direction song I used to listen to like 6 years ago, and there's only like three electronic songs on my playlist,
Wow.
uh, which is
I had not realized that you had thrown it out that much.
it is completely changed. Yeah, dude. And you've seen me go through like hers and stuff like that. I mean, right now I'm counting about three electronic songs. Oh no, well, yeah, okay. So, okay, we're looking more at like 6 or 7, I think, at the end of the day. I missed a couple.
Yeah.
Um, but definitely leaning more into uh music from the 20th century, a lot more 70s, 80s music, a lot more pop music. TikTok surprisingly opened my eyes to more of that, strangely enough.
I
Um,
I don't think I like any TikTok songs.
Vilnius, you look at my playlist this year, it's scary how many of them. Um, I'll have you go first for the next one, and I'll try and count how many of them
Oh,
appear on TikTok. And I'm gonna tell you right now, there are 86 songs on it so far. Right, and I'll tell you how many of them are TikTok songs.
okay.
It'll be incredible, and you'll be so disappointed in me.
Uh, I do want to say though, Jay, we've been going for like an hour. Do we want to do another lightning round type thing for our next subject?
Nah, yeah, it's fine.
Okay then. Let's go.
Yeah, why not? All
Okay,
right.
next topic. YouTube.
Yes, YouTube.
Okay. I'll go first. And so the YouTuber that I'm going to recommend is Hypocrite. Not spelled in the actual way. It's a pun of sorts that it's Hypocrite, HIPPOCRIT, because the channel kind of initially started with the gimmick of a hippo being a part of it, and also
Yeah.
make fun of people who can't spell hypocrite. But their channel's been dead for over a year now. They quit YouTube. They do comics full time. I've talked about them before
That's
on
great.
the podcast. They're give and take.
Yeah.
They make The Lord of Ghosts, and they're on the Procrastinators podcast. Both are things that I'm quite a big fan of. Hashtag save the PCP. Bring
Yes,
back
save
all the
them.
rad content. They got their channel terminated, Jay, and then when they got it back, the last 3 months of videos, including all of the videos from Radcon 4, got deleted, and they have no access to them.
Oh, dude, that's like, wow. Dude, imagine if our podcast just, we tried to archive it and it just vanished. Because I do want to look back on this, you know?
Definitely.
I'd love to look back on this, you know? I mean, I'm sure I'd love to be doing a podcast with you in 20 years, but let's be realistic here.
It would be awesome if we did that. That would be the funniest thing to me. I would love
We just kept going.
the longest running podcast forever. Just us.
Oh, yeah. It runs always.
I want to say though, Jay, the PCP as the Procrastinator podcast is this the abbreviation, not the drug.
Oh, yeah.
The reasoning for the channel being terminated and all that stuff being taken down was they were inciting people to commit crime. And this happened. This channel takedown coincided with the time that they did a charity live stream for bail funds for Black Lives Matter protesters. So I don't know. There's kind of some suspicion going around that that's why it got taken down. Like the thought that they were supporting the riots, which would be kind of messed up.
That is. No, that's not great. That's not something you want happening.
Yeah. Anyhow,
Yeah.
going back to also, I want to clarify the protesting is good. The being taken down is worse.
Yes. Protesting is fantastic. Rioting, no.
I think rioting is fine as long as they're not destroying local smaller businesses. Because even Target was just like, we do not care. They can handle it.
Now, I don't think rioting is great, but at the same time, how are they going to be heard, right?
Yeah, as everyone says, rioting is the voice of the unheard.
Yeah. That's true. I was having a conversation with my dad earlier, just about it's interesting how these protests lasted for almost 3 weeks.
They're still going.
Yeah, but like, the massive brunt of it,
That's true.
I mean, I haven't really been hearing about much protest-wise in Philly recently. But there are 3 weeks there, and my dad was like, that's a long time. And I was like, it's a sad thing that that's a long time, right? You'd wish that,
Mm-hmm.
A year was a long time. But, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah. On a brighter note, I'll get back on topic.
Yeah.
So Hypocrite does mostly sort of analytical game reviews and sort of heavily inspired by like the angry video game nerd and JonTron, or more specifically early JonTron and those sorts, except as I said earlier, with a more analytical mindset, far less focus on the reaction humor and sort of I don't know. And there's certainly ones that are like that. Like there's the Club Penguin video where there's like the 3 second, or I mean the 3 minute segment where he's in the green screen bird costume and they destroy the universe. It's focused on comedy, but it is far more interested in analyzing and discussing the merit of the games, and I like it a lot. I don't have too much to say about it, but they're always they're always interesting and always funny. He brings a unique brand of humor to the table that I don't see many others come through with, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And as for game reviews and stuff and reviews so on YouTube, I think there's quite a large quantity of people who just kind of suck, and it's always nice to find someone who is interesting and unique.
Yeah, that's true. And I just do want to report my cursor just got very big on my computer.
Nice.
I think I've done something wrong. Why did that happen?
Do you have a Mac?
No, I have Chromebook.
Oh,
I don't know what
on
the hell
Mac, if
happened.
you shake your cursor, it makes it get very big.
No, but it stayed big.
Oh, that's an issue.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, and I do want to report back to 22 out of 86 songs are songs that I found or have appeared on TikTok in some capacity.
Nice, Jay. Very, very impressive.
If you'd like a list, I'd be glad to provide that.
Go ahead.
Okay, Sunday Best. Okay. By Surfaces. My Oh My by Camila Cabello. That's a big one. That one I found from TikTok. American Boy was on there. Rather Do by Younger One. Don't Start Now by Dua Lipa. Bossa No Say. Lose Control by Medusa, Becky Hill, and the Good Boys. What was the next one? I saw I Spy on TikTok. Oh, no, not I Spy. I'm sorry. Yeah, I Spy. City of Angels by 24K Golden. Airplane Mode by Limbo, Blueberry Fago, Grandpop's Uke by Forrest and Bisquick. What was the next one? Tunnel of Love by Heroin Father, The Other Side, the Oliver Heldens remix from Trolls. Magic in the Hamptons, Mango Love by Sean Wasabi, The Snack That Smiles Back also by Sean Wasabi, Sailor Moon by Lil Booty Call, Super Lonely, Nursery by Baby No Money. Sunflower by Harry Styles, and Bad Boy by Young Bae, Baby No Money, and Billy Marciafava. That should have been all 22. And
Very impressive list, Jay.
there are 86 songs in that playlist, and more than a quarter of them are from TikTok. And I don't even really watch TikTok that much anymore. So, crazy stuff.
I
All right.
do not like basically any of the content I see on TikTok. Maybe like 1 in 50 posts I'll see, I'll like. But the app itself, due to the shortness of everything, optimizes it so that I will spend time on there occasionally, and I'll spend 10 minutes there and I'll be like, wow, that was an incredible waste of my time. But
I mean, I quite enjoy. I like TikTok a lot, dude. Like the concept is fantastic, but the reason I always am like, I gotta not do this anymore is because I always get like, I'll download it and then I'll spend 5 minutes a day on it, and then I'll spend 10 minutes a day, and then an hour and a half a day, and I'm like, oh my god, dude, I gotta stop now.
yeah, that's how it keeps you in the grind of the TikToking.
That's when I give up.
Yeah. Jay, I want to say that I'm sure that there are TikTokers that I would like, and I have found like one specific TikToker, Real Badlands Chugs.
Oh my god, yes.
Yes, I find them to be pretty cool. But the algorithm.
Wait, you mean Badlands Booker?
No, Real Badlands Chugs.
Yeah, that's Badlands Booker. You haven't heard of him on YouTube?
No, I do not spend most of my time watching chugging stuff.
No, but he like blew up on YouTube.
Oh,
Like huge, dude. He had like, some subs, and then all of a sudden he went up to like he's almost at 2 million. This was like last summer. He blew up because he had some videos hit the algorithm, and you
yeah,
know
yeah.
that was that.
Good
Pretty
for him.
crazy though.
He makes pretty cool stuff.
He did the big smoke drive-through order.
Oh, okay. I I think I've seen that video around. I don't know. What I was gonna say though is that the TikTok algorithm is like terrible at recommending things.
You
It
think
never
so?
gives me anything I like.
I think it takes a lot of time, because I notice that at some point it actually did like get all of my it did eventually like consistently recommend me stuff that I enjoyed. Eventually though. It was not it took a little bit. I think I got it at the beginning of November, and I'd say in December, mid to late December, I was getting stuff that I consistently enjoyed.
Hmm.
Um and then the issue is, then I feel like it's finicky, because then I started watching people like that do TikTok dances, like on occasion, like a couple times. And then it messed up my whole algorithm thing. So then it kind of went back to random. It's kind of like the YouTube algorithm where you watch, you know, a video about cars, and then you get, a million car videos. Now, I do like car videos, but still.
TikTok dance
All right,
is
man.
the worst thing, and yeah, I hate the YouTube algorithm because it also makes you want to stay there forever. Except instead of it being a 30-second video, everything is 10 minutes because everyone wants to get the most ad revenue as possible, which I find very annoying because there are so many videos out there that are 10 minutes long that should have been just like a 2-minute video that are not interesting for those 8 minutes. Like,
I get really bored on YouTube after a while. So I've been watching less and less YouTube.
I just only watch things from the people I subscribe to nowadays, and I rarely ever broaden my horizons unless one of those channels brings up something else.
Yeah, dude, I still watch everything, though. If I see something interested, boom, watch later. Um, Dude, I've probably saved in the past year 2,000 videos to my watch later, 3,000 videos.
How many of them have you finished watching?
2,000 probably.
Nice. I
1,500
That'd be
maybe.
interesting to see the amount of things I've watched on YouTube, perhaps.
Well, the question is, how many hours have I spent, like, say I finished 1,500 of the 3,000 videos,
Mm-hmm.
divided by 60. I've watched 250 hours of YouTube. That's
Yeah.
actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be. All right, never mind. I was ready to like for it to be like 10,000 hours of no, I mean obviously that doesn't make sense, but
That'd be a bit more.
250 hours 250 hours of YouTube actually isn't that bad. Well, that means I watch less YouTube in a year than I do play on the Xbox. Which I'm surprised, because until recently I didn't play very much. But that would mean that in the past year, I haven't watched that much YouTube.
Yeah,
But it's probably wrong, because not everything is on my watch later. So,
that is true.
nothing feels better than to come home after a long day and just sit down and just waste your life away. So, you know what I say? Wasting your life away is the best medicine.
Yeah, always waste your life, guys. Don't do anything of worth.
Oh, speaking of wasting your life, I should probably give my YouTube recommendation, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
All right, so my YouTube recommendation for this week, his name is Anthpo. All right, Vilnius. Not sure if you've heard of him or not. His name's like, I think, Anthony Patera or something like that. He's from Jersey. He actually goes to Rutgers, and he makes very, very funny videos. All right, lots of parody stuff, lots of just okay. He's like this well, maybe not naturally funny, but I think he's just. I mean, honestly, he's so funny. I don't know what it is. Like, he is just everything he makes. There's at least one or two things that make me laugh, and it's short videos, and he's very, very good at delivering a punchline. Um, Videos I recommend. Every episode of Phineas and Ferb, which actually recently blew up. I mean, for him, it's got 2.6 million views, which is insane.
Hmm.
Harassing people with Fat Yoshi, stuff like defending my high school as Ben 10. um, and you know what? I think definitely he's somebody that I would highly, highly recommend. Very funny. He's not that much older than us. He's only a year older than us, Filmus. And he makes some fantastic contentio. So go watch him. That was the end of my recommendation, though.
Much shorter than my segment, although we talked about several things in between my thing, so I guess about the same.
Yeah, we did. So, all right, all right.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for listening to our podcast. We deeply appreciate it.
Check out the Fossifieder Champions videos. There is probably another one out by the time you see this.
Yes. And they're really, really funny and hilarious. And you're gonna laugh your little silly head off. And you're gonna laugh so hard you're gonna have heart problems.
I don't know if that's the best way to sell our videos.
That's what we should put as the bio for our YouTube channel. You're gonna laugh so hard you're gonna have chronic heart problems. God no.
You will enjoy
guys.
that so much. You're just going to die in the next few years.
Yep. Yeah, you are gonna die. It's like that. What is that movie where they get a call on the phone and they die? Oh, it's The Ring, right? Oh yeah, The Ring.
What?
Is it The Ring? Is that the show? Or the movie? I'm sorry. Wait, hold up.
Yeah,
Movie where you get a phone call and die. One missed call.
One missed call. That is a terrible name.
But yeah. All right.
That is such a terrible name. Oh my god. I'm sitting here in awe at how bad that name is.
Pretty bad. All right, guys. We are going to get out of here. All right, boys?
Goodbye.
I hope you have a wonderful week, and we will see you all next week. We love you. Bye.
Bye.
Oh shit, that's the H3 podcast.
What?
It's the wrong podcast.